The Shape Flexer Sunhat LITE is a pretty darn good hat that is rather light, airy, it has some pretty nifty features, and it's rather bendy. Did I mention it's light? So let's talk about this hat because it is pretty cool and I do rather recommend it. And let's go through the features that it has and how you can use it. As you can see, I'm already wearing the hat and it comes with a pretty nifty little drawstring, and it's actually kind of a lightly springy material. That's pretty good. And the big important part is I mentioned it is pretty darn light, which is kind of important for me because I'm a big softie and I don't like heavy things on my head. So this is pretty darn light. The fun part is you can squish it all on your head and look like a silly person, but if you wear it normally, it actually sits very nicely on your head. Of course, you have to get it sized properly, and they have a few different sizing options, and I do recommend going through their sizing guide to find one because this hat fits me perfectly. I mean, it is just right. I wouldn't want to wear, at least the sizing I got, I wouldn't want to wear something under this thing because it literally is, I don't want to say it's snug, but it's just right. It's not really gonna, it's gonna run ever so slightly in the size I got. I got large, I think it said on the label. That's pretty good. It does have two little air holes, which is kind of nice. They make this pretty breathable. And it's got a little zipper thingy here somewhere. So you can unzip this thing and, well, open it up. So you can open this thing up and it works pretty darn well. So I'm gonna leave it closed because I like to have my head covered. And one of the fun part is that this material so far all around here is reasonably water repellent, not water resistant, water repellent. So that's kind of nice. And it's bendable and it'll stay that way once you properly bend it. Hey, I can look like a pirate. Huh? Sort of. Anyway, the big important part for me is that it is pretty light. It's not overly heavy and it is reasonably warm. So it does have this drawstring here. It does have a drawstring here that you can also use, so that's kind of nice. As I mentioned, it has a little zippy thing here. Now it does have, mine came with this around band zippy thing. Not fully complete, I should say. It doesn't have the little pull tab thing. I don't know if it's supposed to. I think it probably should because I can't really open that. And it's got the little clippy that you can open it and close it as well. Now, you might be wondering, well, what if it gets a little bit windy? You know, these air holes are going to be rather breathable. What do you do then? Well, it does come with a little cover pouch thing. I don't know what to call it. That thingy. You can stuff it inside to kind of give yourself a little extra cover. Or, what it's supposed to be used for, is it goes in the back. Let me put that on. It goes in the back. And I know I kind of threw this on in the back, so it doesn't look right. But it's supposed to protect you from the sun. So that's really, really nice and handy. So when you're walking around, haha, you're gonna get a little bit of protection over there. So that is really nice. And so overall, I do recommend this hat. It did come in a variety of colors. Has this cool little pocket for storing that little hat visor, but I kind of like it being inside if I want to protect myself a little bit extra from the wind and stuff. Double usage. And it does have, and it is really, really comfy, I really gotta say. So it's comfortable, it's lightweight, it's got a lot of features. You can unzip the top if it gets really hot. Overall, a really good hat, and I do recommend checking it out. Again, this is the Flex Shaper Sunhat LITE. I got it in this brown color, so check it out. It's pretty cool so far. Well worth the money I spent.